I was at home preparing to go on a trip myself, and my father-in-law gave me a call and asked me had I seen the scrolling news on one of the news channels. And I said I hadn't, so I switched it on, and I saw to my disbelief that they were reporting a Hercules had been lost or had crashed in Iraq. As I hadn't been told as the acting station commander, I thought, well, it's not one of ours. Within about 2 seconds, I got the dreaded phone call that every commander really doesn't want to receive, saying that it actually was one of our Hercules. For me personally, when I received the call, a number of emotions were going through my mind. Selfishly, I just wanted it not to be any of my men. I really didn't want it to be anybody from the Air Force at all. I wanted it to be some other nations, and a very selfish way of looking at it. But when I found out that it was an aircraft from Lynham, and when I found out that it was an aircraft from 47 Squadron, and they were my friends on board, then I just knew I had to get to camp. I just knew I had to do my best for the families and for the men and women of RAF Lynham. Initially, the mood at Lynham, when we were told that we'd lost a Herc and we'd lost Dave Stead and his crew, is one of disbelief, one of deep shock, a little bit of anger, but certainly one of sadness. There was a lot of sadness amongst the families, a lot of fear amongst the families. This is the first time we'd lost a Herc on operations ever. Between their friends, they remember with great fondness, great affection. Each and every one was probably one of the best professionals of their trade. At the time, I remember quoting, I couldn't have put together a better crew to go to theatre, and I still don't think I could put a better crew together. And they are still remembered with that amount of awe that this crew was so good. On the anniversary of the loss of the men, we lower the flag to half-mast at the main gate. Each of us who knew the individuals would take just a quiet time, I think, just to remember the boys and make sure that we don't forget them.